And let's now shift focus to international stories that we are tracking. This one coming in on the all-out war that's raging on in the Middle East region. In fact, this is the news that's coming in from Yemen, where thousands of demonstrators took to streets in the capital city to commemorate the death of Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. In fact, this while the US has launched an air offensive on the Houthi targets in the Red Sea region.
Thousands of Yemeni demonstrators took to the streets of the capital Sanaa to commemorate the death of Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. The protesters also expressed their continued solidarity with Palestinians in the Gaza Strip as the Israel-Hamas war is nearing its one-year mark. The demonstrators carried Yemeni and Palestinian flags along with the flags of the Hezbollah terror group.
اليوم الشعب اليمني يسير في خطى المقاومة. اليوم الشعب اليمني بجيشه وقواته المسلحة لا يمكن على الإطلاق بأن يتخلى عن دم السيد حسن نصر الله. اليوم اليمن تعاهد وتؤكد من جديد بأنها ستلقن هذا العدو دروسا لا يمكن بأن ينساها. اليوم اليمن الجمهورية اليمنية ستؤدب وستأخذ بالثار ولا يمكن على الإطلاق بأن نظل مكتوفي الأيدي ساكتين.
خرجنا اليوم لنعزي أنفسنا باستشهاد القائد السيد حسن نصر الله، وخرجنا اليوم لنؤكد أننا ماشون على مضاه وعلى طريقه، ولا نقول للكيان الصهيوني أن سنكون لكم بالمرصاد.
Along with Lebanon and Syria, Yemen also continues to remain tense. In the latest, the US military has struck a number of Houthi targets in Yemen, including base camps and weapon systems. The strikes come after Iran-affiliated Houthis shot down a US military drone flying over Yemen. Since October last year, Houthis have targeted more than 80 merchant vessels with missiles and drones in support of Hamas in its war against the Israeli Defense Forces.
Now, the US military conducted targeted strikes against the Houthi rebels in Yemen region. In fact, this action note comes in response to recent threats from the Houthis, including their claims of attacking American warships and escalating military operations against Israel. This in the backdrop of the all-out war that's raging between the Iranian forces and the Israeli group.
Yesterday, the US military launched strikes against multiple Houthi targets in Yemen. The focus was mainly on dismantling the weapon systems and weapon bases and other equipment belonging to the Iranian-affiliated terrorists. Officials reported that United States aircraft and ships targeted Houthi strongholds effectively. Houthi media claimed that 7 strikes hit the airport in Hodeidah, along with the Kateb area, which hosts a Houthi-controlled military base. In addition, 4 more strikes were directed at the Sanaa area in Sanaa, while 2 strikes targeted Dhamar province. The strikes come just days after the Houthis threatened escalating military operations targeting Israel. And just last week, the group also claimed responsibility for an attack against American warship. Meanwhile, an Israeli attack helicopter was spotted firing missiles on Friday near the Lebanese border, followed by visible smoke raising from southern Lebanon. Earlier on Friday, Israel also conducted another series of airstrikes targeting suburban Beirut and cutting off the main border crossing between Lebanon and Syria. This has created difficulties for people fleeing the Israeli bombardment of Hezbollah with limited options.